The best 1982 Donruss card proves Tom Seaver was a Diamond King. I wasn't much of a baseball card collector in 1982, but even I knew there was something special about the painted cards that started popping up in my collection that spring. Truth be told, the 1981 cards, the first I ever owned, were dismal enough that I didn't care much if I ever opened another pack. But a few showed up here and there as treats for my mom on her grocery days anyway. I wasn't impressed at first. I thought Topps cards might actually be hockey cards thanks to the double stick design. Flair seemed even dingier and cheaper than the 1981. Donruss? Well, it looked a lot better than the flimsy junk from 1981, and then it looked a lot better when the first Diamond King peeked back at me from inside its wax wrapping. I think the first one was Pete Rose, but that seems a little convenient. Not only was Charlie Hustle card number 1 in the set, he would become number 1, or number 1A thanks to Mike Schmidt, in my bubblegum-filled heart within a few years. Whether or not Rose was actually the first Diamond King I saw or owned, it's one of those chunks of nostalgia that still stops me cold to this day. But Rose cards have gotten a lot of space and love here at Wax Pack Gods, so I'm going to pull away from the hit king for now. There is no pulling away from Diamond Kings when it comes to choosing the best card from 1982 Donruss, though. Except for the fact that I picked Carl Yastrzemski as the best overall 1982 card last year, but whatever. Not only are these cards works of art, literally, but the entire backs are stories. In 1982, they were like a giant painted lighthouse beckoning me to the cardboard shores of the hobby. So who will it be? Several of the Diamond Kings are dazzling, like Rose and Nolan Ryan. Some are appealing because they are fairly obscure players right in the middle of the pedestal spotlight. Lynn Barker, John Mayberry, Mike Norris. But I'm a Cincinnati Reds fan, and this initial Diamond King run gives me a couple of chances to be a homer. Rose is out, of course. That still leaves Tom Seaver, actually shown as a Red though. And Seaver was one of those guys my dad used to tell me about, even though Dad really didn't know that much about baseball. He's picked up a few things in the years since. They call him Tom Terrific, Dad said of Seaver, probably the best pitcher in the game. That was good enough for me. Still is. It doesn't hurt that 1982 was Seaver's last season with the Reds either. He may have sunk to 5-13 with a 5.5 ERA in that last dreadful season on the riverfront, before Cincy traded him to the New York Mets for Jason Felice, Lloyd McClendon, and Charlie Puleo. But the franchise was always a king on the mound, and that's just the way Donruss treated him. Like a king, like a Diamond King. Like our video? Then like our video and subscribe to our channel. waxpackgods.com